Hello again, I'm Sophie, and I'm recording my journey through dementia with my parents. Um, yeah, things are going a bit better for me at the moment. I talked in my previous video about the ups and downs and the unpredictability of vascular dementia. Um, and yeah, I'm in an up at the moment. So it's kind of nice. It's just it's yeah, my dad is calmer, and as soon as my dad is calmer, then I'm calmer too, because obviously my life is just easier. So that's nice. um I did want to say that the the dilemma I'm in at the moment is as I mentioned before, we decided, because my dad, when he came back from hospital, he was just not trusting any of the healthcare team anymore, and he was very disorientated, not recognizing people and not knowing what time of the day it was and everything. And so we decided, my sister and I, that we were going to be the ones to give him his medication. And well, that means that mostly it's me, because I just live round the corner and I go in twice a day to give him his medication. And my dilemma is that I see on the one hand that it really is good for him. I mean, he is much calmer, much more, yeah, just much better. And in fact, he said to me yesterday, it was quite touching for me, because he said, "Oh, Sophie, I really like this new arrangement. I feel much more secure." And I could feel that, I can see that he feels like he's contained, and he knows me, he knows my sister, he knows, what's going on, and I suddenly got a glimpse into his life, which is when he has all these different health carers who come in and out, and he doesn't recognize them often. They don't come at the exact same time, and it must be very difficult if you, yeah, if you disorientated anyway. It must cause quite a lot of anxiety. So I can tell that he's really, yeah, he's just happy about this, and it's lovely, to see him calmer and happier. So a big part of me wants to say, well, we just go on like that. We just do that. Um, and at the same time, of course, my dilemma comes from the fact that it's just something more for me to do. And my plate is already so full. And it's funny, because it's something more to do, and it's also something more to carry. And I don't know if any of you watching this who are carers can relate to that, but I guess you can. There's just a feeling as a carer that I'm carrying a lot of things. It's not necessarily the fact that I do these things, but it's just this feeling that a lot is on my shoulders, a lot is, yeah, lots of people are dependent on me, and my dad is dependent on me in a big way. And of course, my children are dependent on me, but with them, there's the perspective that they're going to be less dependent. Every day that goes by, they're working towards being more autonomous. Whereas with my dad, there isn't this perspective. On the contrary, there's this perspective that he's going to be less and less autonomous. And therefore, that what's on my shoulders is going to increase. And yes, at times that does feel very heavy. So I'm kind of wrestling at the moment with, yeah, what do I do? Do I just go ahead and just do this for my dad, a bit at the risk of, putting my health and well-being on the line a bit? Or do I protect myself, but then it's hard to know what if that's really even better for me, because then when my dad is more unstable, it also falls on me because then he's more agitated and he calls me more, and I get then calls from the carers who say, oh, he was difficult this morning, he didn't take his medicine, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. So that's not good for me either, and sometimes it's really hard to know what's best. One woman I saw for a little while as a therapist said to me, "No matter what you choose, you're going to suffer." And I remember, yeah, that really hit me because it's so true. It really feels like that. No matter what I choose, I'm going to suffer, and it's sort of a question of choosing what's going to make me suffer the least. Um, But anyway, this is a little bit negative. I do want to say that on the positive side, it is also very nice to see that I have, that we can make a few changes and that the situation does improve. So I've been trying to be positive and think, okay, we have to work with these new elements. We know that if he knows the person, if the person comes at the same time every day, if it's regular, then he takes his medication, and if he takes his medication, he does better. So I'm thinking, let's work with that and try and find something, yeah, that's going to work with that. So there you go. I'll stop for today, and I'm sending you a lot of love and courage wherever you are in the world and whatever you're going through. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.